Hi, I'm Colin, and this is Sci-Fi Deep Dive. So today we're going to discuss one of my favorite ships from the Halo franchise, a ship that will always hold a very special place in my heart, and that is the Pillar of Autumn. For those of you who don't know, the Pillar of Autumn was featured prominently in Halo 1, but makes cameo appearances in both Halo Wars and Halo Reach. The Pillar of Autumn was a Halcyon-class light cruiser built by the UNSC that saw notable service during the Human Covenant War. Constructed over Mars in between 2507 and 2509, it was one of only a handful of Halcyon-class cruisers built by the UNSC. Its first 15 years of service before the Human Covenant War were relatively uneventful. Actually, the first place we ever hear of it seeing action is during the first Battle of Arcadia in 2531. During the battle, it is severely damaged by a CCS-class battlecruiser and sort of limping away from the fight. Following the damage it took during the battle, it was actually decommissioned and set to be scrapped along with the rest of the Halcyon-class cruisers, which at that point were rather old. While her sister ships were scrapped, the Pillar of Autumn ended up waiting in storage until the very end of the war. In 2550, as the Covenant creeped closer and closer to the core of human space, the Pillar of Autumn was brought back online. It was repaired, updated, modernized, and pushed back into service. Most of the push behind the Pillar of Autumn's return to service was from the Office of Naval Intelligence, which really needed a heavy cruiser to support their Spartan program. And throughout the remainder of the Pillar of Autumn's life, most of its efforts were supporting Spartans. One of the operations the Office of Naval Intelligence wanted the Pillar of Autumn to partake in was something called Operation Red Flag, which was supposed to be an infiltration strike deep into the heart of Covenant space. In preparation for that strike, command of the Pillar of Autumn was given to Captain Jacob Keyes. However, while the Pillar of Autumn was being prepared for that strike over Reach, Reach fell under siege from the Covenant. After seeing limited action during the space battle over Reach, the Autumn was brought down to the Azad ship breaking yard. There, the Pillar of Autumn was given a new AI named Cortana. With Cortana on board, the Pillar of Autumn was narrowly able to escape the Battle of Reach. They did so by following slipspace coordinates that Cortana had in her logs that had been taken from a Forerunner artifact. These coordinates brought the Pillar of Autumn to Halo. However, it didn't just bring the Pillar of Autumn to Halo, they were pursued by a small Covenant battle group. Seriously wounded during their escape from Reach and the battle over the Halo installation, the Pillar of Autumn was forced to land on the Ring, with most of its crew abandoning ship. The crash didn't completely destroy the Autumn, but did leave her in a pretty bad state. After an intense ground battle on the surface of the Halo Ring, the Master Chief was able to sneak back onto the Pillar of Autumn and use the Pillar of Autumn's nuclear reactor to destroy the Halo installation. What was left of the Pillar of Autumn after the crash was completely vaporized when its reactor exploded. And that wraps up the Pillar of Autumn's story. It would be honored post-war with a new class of very similar cruisers named after it. The Autumn class. But if you enjoyed what you saw here today or just want more sci-fi discussions, head down below at the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. Also, don't forget to like and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the end of the Pillar of Autumn story. Is it an appropriate end for such a storied warship, or would you have liked to see it end in a different way? So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.